Good morning, folks. Hope today finds you well, as least well as can be. What we doing out here today? Well, got another one of these little wintertime projects. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got plenty to do. You see it down there. It's only about 25 degrees out here this morning. But got another little project been wanting to do for a little while. This blade, this is just a standard 6-foot scraper blade. 3-point hitch, not a lot of adjustment. I mean, it goes, pull the pin, it'll angle side to side for you. Sorry about that, boy, that was loud. It'll angle the other way. You just simply put the pin back down through it. Well, pin come off the holder. I'll fix that too while I'm here, but just simply drop the pin back down through it. It's not a heavy duty blade at all. I have a heavy duty blade that'll swing side to side, angle up and down, and do all kinds of things that you want it to do. I mean, it'll do more than you want. The problem is, that thing weighs about 700 pounds. And it's too heavy for just grading a driveway or grading snow. So I use this one just to grade some snow with. And it's a light duty. It's standard duty. This is 1/4 inch. Down here, I think it's got a 1/2 inch cutting edge in it. It is reversible and everything. But if you don't know this and you're looking at one of these, this is fine for a smaller horsepower tractor. I mean, 30 horsepower, maybe in that range, 35. And they're fine even all the way up these big ones. You just got to watch them, because what'll happen is you'll catch this end, and just the mold board is the only support that it has. It'll just bend right around. Especially if you're pushing. Happens more when you're pushing than pulling, unless you catch a stump out here on this end. But had that happen, I caught it the other day. I didn't bend it, but I caught it up on a curb the other day. Just a little bitty, I say a curb, but it was just a groove in the pavement up there when I was plowing some snow. Because I did use this some to back up and catch some things that I didn't use the bucket for. But anyhow, I'm going to try to just put me a brace back here. I've been meaning to do this for a little while and give you the general idea here. And like I say, this ain't going to be nothing fancy, but I want to run it from back here to this outside corner. Basically get it to look something like that. I don't know how much y'all can see, but try to get it angled here and tack it on here. And get it just a little bit of angle in there and tack it in there. And that'll give this outside edge on both sides a whole lot more support, because it'll be pushing into this other piece of 1/4 inch. So that's my plan. Let's see what happens here. All right, what I'm going to do is cut this pipe off here. I've got the reciprocating saw. I'm going to show you a trick. You may not know this, but pretty good trick if you don't know. Dishwashing liquid, don't matter what brand, but get you cut started. Put you some on it. This is for a reciprocating saw. And what you'll find out is that cut will work out much better for you. Let me try to get you a better spot over here. And you may have to add a little bit more. Nothing wrong with that. That's what it's there for. It's cheap. Cheaper than oil. That'll lubricate your cut. trust me. I learned that trick. Well, just to be honest, I learned that trick when I was real young in heavy rescue. When they started using reciprocating saws a whole lot to cut roll cages in different cars. But like I say, it's non-toxic as far as to humans, unless you drink a lot of it or something. I mean, you wash dishes with it. Think about that. But it's easy to clean up. Does a real good job lubricating the reciprocating saw. Anyway, I got that piece of pipe cut, guys. I done a angle here. I'll show you. See how well that fits? Now I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do any measuring. I just held it up there and done some marking and a little bit of luck and skill on that one. But I'll grind just a little bit back there to make that corner hit just a little bit. But I'm making me another piece here the same length. That way I'll have both sides, and I've done got this one marked. But I was going to show you again the the cutting with the reciprocating saw. Get you set up here. I'm telling you, it's hard to be the cameraman and everything else sometimes. That's another thing in big old YouTube channels and stuff don't show you. They pay cameramen and editing people and all kinds of things. But like I say, what you're going to do is get your cut started. I've got it marked. I'm going to go ahead and lube it with some dishwashing liquid. And folks, you'd be surprised at how much a difference that dishwashing liquid makes as far as making a cut and lubricating the cut with the reciprocating saw. Like I say, you may have to put more in it during the cut, but that's easy to do. It's a whole lot cheaper than oil, but it comes out with a good cut. I mean, of course, the reciprocating saw should be fairly slick. Like I say, I broke that end off right there as far as I meant to, but I'm just using some scrap pipe here today. What I had. I ain't buying nothing for this project. And that's the main thing. I've already got all this stuff. I mean, this is just me tinkering around to make it better. I know it'll help it. Wouldn't do it if it didn't. Well, I might do it. You never know with me. But I got the little angle grinder here. And all I'm going to do is try to line it up, because I know I'm pretty close. Make me a mark here on this other piece of pipe. See, because like I say, it come out pretty good. See if I can't cut it. A whole lot steeper cut, looks like. I hope not. It does look like it though. I'm just going to eyeball this and try to make a mark here. Like I say, nothing pretty. Because round pipe, it's a little aggravating on round pipe. It really, really is. Like I say, the angle grinder is not my favorite tool cutting metal because the fiber blade is so dangerous. But if you do any metal work, you're going to use one. I'm sorry. That's just the truth about it. I mean, if you actually really do metal work. Now I've unplugged my grinder. I'm going to swap blades. Put a grinding blade back on it. I was going to show you the fitment here, guys. Like I say, I've got it marked. I'm going to clean it off a little bit with the grinder, but it fits close enough, I think. It'd be an easy weld. This end real easy. And same with that one over there. I've got it marked. I'm going to do just a little grinding off and tack them on here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that ain't the prettiest. But it's hard to weld that thin wall pipe. I mean, it is thin, considering the blade. Like I say, it ain't the prettiest. Not the prettiest at all. Like I say, I kind of gobbed some weld over here, but that happens. That's a farmer's weld. I ain't a welder. That's what I tell people. I'm not a welder. And yeah, I just sprayed this heavy with paint to keep it from rusting a little bit. Some cheap black paint. But anyhow, I think that'll sure help the strength of the corners. Most definitely it should anyway. Like I say, puts a pretty good angle brace out there. I mean, like I say, if I want to do something heavy duty, I'll get the other blade. I mean, because it'll withstand everything. This tractor, I think it's rated for up to like 100 horsepower or something. It's got a 5/8 mold board and all kinds of heavy duty stuff to hit it, but it's just too heavy to grade the driveway with. So I wanted to reinforce this one a little bit. And I really wish this one was about 7 or 8 feet, but it's 6 feet. That's pretty standard, at least around here. I mean, and honestly, they've went up so much in price. I mean, to buy a 7-footer or an 8-footer, it's just stupid. But anyhow, I thought I'd show you what I've done. And hopefully you'll like it or give you an idea or something like that. Like I say, just doing one of those farmer fixes that I know needed to be done, and I know it'll help. See you later.